back to flow of not telling you what I heard, but what I know. What I know is that you are loved and lovable. You've always been loved and lovable, and you're going to be loved and lovable for the rest of your life. Thank you for joining us again for another Love in Action Daily Boost program hosted by me and Tara Pro Oval Studio throughout the week. Of course, it's Monday, which means it's all about the I feel mantra. How are you feeling in your emotions today? How are you feeling in Malahadra, the first chakra? Wrong. Not Malahadra. Satsvistana, the sacral chakra, the second chakra in the traditional seven chakra system, located in the lower abdomen, just above the navel. This is the energetic center that governs our emotions, sensuality, creativity, relationships, and our capacity to allow joy into our lives. Associated with the element of water and the color orange, the sacral chakra invites us into fluidity, emotional intelligence, and co-creation with the universe. It's a space where inspiration is birthed and where desire becomes action in our lives. And in this chakra, we explore the balance between our vulnerability and power, receptivity, and our passions. The mantra is VAM, and for artists and healers and community builders like all of us in the network, the sacral chakra is a vital wellspring of creative and emotional energy. When you have a balanced sacral chakra, you're empowered to express your full artistic range, connect intimately without losing your center, like I just did, and also flow with life's unpredictability rather than resist it. When the chakra is open and clear, we feel joyful, inspired, and emotionally alive, and we're also able to both give and receive pleasure. And here's the kicker. When we are imbalanced in our chakra, we may experience shame, repression, creative blocks, or overdependence in our relationships. And to nurture the sacral chakra, you may want to do some expressive movement and dance and sensual embodiment practices. You also may want to do emotional release rituals and journaling. Scheduling some sacred creative time to do music, poetry, and art might be nice. And also healing from shame, trauma, and emotional suppression can help us move that chakra and the energy of that chakra while honoring our boundaries and relationships and honoring pleasure as sacred. Y'all know that I've been bringing in some of the fun facts of the day. And today, August 18th, we are celebrating Indonesian Constitution Day, Arbor Day in Pakistan, Armed Forces Day in North Macedonia, Long Tan Day, which is Vietnam's Veterans Day in Australia, National Fajita Day in the US, for those of you who love sizzling fajitas. It's National Pinot Noir Day in the US. I may be having some right now. Pardon the slurs. National Ice Cream Pie Day, and also Serendipity Day and Bad Poetry Day. But let's talk about some of the ones that really spoke out to me. National Fajita Day, a festive celebration of sizzling, spice-kissed fajitas, wrapped and shared with loved ones. The root insight of National Fajita Day is that the communal meals ground relationships and joy, nourishing our sense of belonging and cultural rootedness. National Pinot Noir Day, a nod to the refined and rooted grape of Burgundy. Pinot Noir Day honors one of the world's most foundational wine varieties. Clearly, I'm feeling the foundation of it. And also, I forgot to change the prompt, you all. So instead of getting sacral insights today, you're getting the root insights for Sacral Chakra Day, but it's all connected. Wine's deep connection to land and terroir. I don't know this word, terroir. Connection to land and terroir. Let's look this up together. Terroir or terroir. See how it sounds. Terroir. Terroir. Terroir is the complete natural environment in which a particular wine is produced, including factors such as soil, topography, and climate. Terroir. Terroir, the complete natural environment in which a particular wine is produced, including factors such as the soil, topography, and climate. Terroir. Ooh, today I learned a new word. Isn't that exciting? So, wine's deep connection to land and terroir echoes the root chakra's grounding wisdom. Celebrate rooted tradition with every sip. It's also National Ice Cream Pie Day. When creamy indulgence meets crusty crunch, this dessert roots us to the memories of a carefree, dessert-driven joy. Simple treats ground us in a sensory pleasure and remind us of childhood stability and comfort in our lives. Also on August 18th is Serendipity Day. Celebrate happy accidents in your life, unexpected routes branching into joy from the chances that we take in life. And serendipity grounds us in the trust that life's foundation can surprise us. Roots grow in unexpected cracks. And of course, landing the days, it's Bad Poetry Day. And Lord knows we have heard some bad poetry in our days. Aesthetic over on TikTok says, do you want more gifts? Be my friend, then I will support you. Oh man, don't you sound like some friends I've had in my life over the years? Be my friend and I will support you. Don't be my friend and I will leave you for dead. I just got out of one of those relationships. Aesthetic. Stay if you want, don't stay if you don't want. I just got out of one of those particular situations and I think I'm good. But you're loved and lovable all the same. But whew, I just left a person who wanted me to be their friend in order to get gifts. And I'm good. It's Bad Poetry Day, y'all. Embrace your inner poet by writing delightfully terrible verses today. The insight is letting go of perfection grounds us in authenticity and frees us from needing to always perform. While I'm a professional performer and actor, it can be a pain in the ass to always be on for people and always performing my personality and performing who I am. You don't have to do that anymore. Write some bad poetry. Speak off the cuff. Fumble your words. Learn how to say the word terroir in front of everyone. It can bring you joy and freedom. All right, your bonus quirky connection for today on August 18th, 1920, the 19th Amendment was ratified when Tennessee became the decisive 36th state, rooting the right to vote for women into U.S. soil. It's a foundational act of inclusion and equity and equality, and collective empowerment begins with grounded justice. And today marks that historic anchor in the fabric of democracy. So, August 18th, 1920, the 19th Amendment, which gave women the right to vote, it was ratified today. And Tennessee was the state to do it. Congratulations to women everywhere. You are loved and lovable. And I'm so proud to champion the voices of women and femmes, especially those that move in their wholeness in Love and Action Network. I have not met a woman or femme that moved in their wholeness that I did not want to celebrate and support. All right. As you all know, every day these days, we've been asking you questions that align with the theme. This week's theme in Love and Leadership Month is mentorship and growth. And here are some questions on Sacral Chakra Day that will help you go deeper in how you feel about mentorship and growth. How has a mentor encouraged your creativity or expression? How has a mentor encouraged your creativity or expression? In what ways does mentorship cultivate joy in learning and growth? In what ways does mentorship cultivate joy in learning and growth? How do healthy boundaries shape relationships between mentor and mentee? How do healthy boundaries shape relationships between mentor and mentee? What role does curiosity play in mentorship? What role does curiosity play in mentorship? I think that it plays a big role. I'm very interested in those who I mentor. I'm always interested in what lights them up. I'm always interested in where they can see open doors. I'm always interested in seeing what doors they want to kick in. Today, when I was coaching a couple of my clients, the biggest question of the day was, what doors in your life that do you want to kick in? Even if you don't see open doors, because sometimes as we're progressing as humans, we don't always see open doors. We don't always see opportunities. We don't always see things working out for us. What doors do you want to kick in for your dream? What doors do you want to kick in for your joy and your love and your hope? Sometimes the doors won't always be open, so you'll have to force them open. You'll see a little sliver or you'll see an opportunity there and you can just push through. Do not be afraid and be curious about the open doors in your life from the space of having an open heart. Question number 5. How do you use mentorship to unlock new forms of self-expression? How do you use mentorship to unlock new forms of self-expression? Question 6. When has guidance helped you navigate emotional waters with more ease? When has guidance helped you navigate emotional waters with more ease? I'm thinking about all of the responsible adults who loved me in my adolescence and in my young adulthood. I don't think I'm in young adulthood anymore, even though I feel like a young adult and wet behind the ears in certain areas of my life. I'm heading into what they call middle age. And I remember listening to the older people in my life try to point me on a path of positivity. I'm grateful for positive guidance. Sure, there have been people of all ages throughout my life who tried to discourage me in my flow and what I was doing, but positive guidance, man, you can navigate emotional waters with more ease if you have positive guidance. This idea that I shared with one of my sisters today, that nothing is permanent. Not a single thing in our lives is permanent. Like the clouds in the sky, these feelings, positive and negative, they're just rolling by. They're just rolling on by. And having a positive person in your life to guide you and to help you navigate it, man, it just makes life so much easier. I am that person for people in our community and around the world. They know that they can count on me to help encourage them, equip them, and empower them to find their joy. That's what I'm here for. Every day on TikTok, every day on Clubhouse, Facebook, and YouTube. As often as possible, I'm trying to be a positive presence for joy on the planet because the world has tons of miserable people. The world has tons of negative people and negativity, but we all want to feel like we can make it through our day just for today. And I put my feet on the floor every morning to try to be that light. And beyond trying to be that light, I know that I am that light. Yesterday we talked about the I am mantra in Root Chakra Day, and today we talked about Root Chakra 2 because I put in the wrong prompt on the chat GPT for my show notes. And so we talked about being rooted in our sacral chakra as well today. And it's important to be rooted in your feelings. It's important to know who you are and how you feel about life. That helps you self-guide yourself even when people aren't around. Hello, D. Murphy 9286. It's so good to see you. You're loved and lovable every day. Question number 7. How do you nurture a sense of flow when supporting others? How do you nurture a sense of flow when supporting others? Question 8. What creative practices can mentors share to inspire mentees? Ooh, what creative practices can mentors share to inspire mentees? Well, I don't answer all the questions, but I answer the ones that speak to me. One of the creative practices that I share with mentees to inspire them is journaling. You gotta let that shit out, and you gotta let that shit go. And journaling and putting your thoughts on paper or writing your vision out on paper is a great way to allow your thoughts, even if you're like me and your handwriting looks like a chicken at a rave. I have like, my handwriting is very tight and my handwriting is very erratic. When I want to write a note of thanks to one of the donors or the sponsors, or if I need to write something for people to read, say I go to the doctor's office and they still have antiquated technology and I have to fill out an application or fill out a form at the doctor's office or somewhere I am in the community, I have to take my time to write every word out. You'd rather get an email from me than a handwritten note because I have my father's handwriting. He's no longer here, but I still have his handwriting. But when I was in the deepest, darkest depression of my life, it felt good to put my words to paper. And even beyond depressive episodes and tough moments, if you've got a vision or a dream in your life or something that you're trying to get off the ground, journaling about your vision in specific detail will allow it to come alive for you. And so when someone asks you, what do you need? I ask my clients all the time, what do you need today to make your dream come true? To make your dream come true. What do you need to make your dream come true? Some of them say, oh, I don't really know. I'll think about it. I always send them back to their journals. In your private time, start looking into the Ikigai practice. And I'm going to pause here for a second in my last few minutes and talk about Ikigai. And Ikigai is a Japanese concept that means a reason for being or a reason to wake up in the morning. Okay? And so at the intersection of 4 areas is where you can find your reason for being and your reason to wake up in the morning. And you'd be surprised how many people do not have or feel that they have a reason to wake up in the morning. These are some of the things that we heal together in Love and Action Network and in my coaching practices. So here are the 4 things that you need to overlap in your life in order to have a reason to wake up in the morning. Number 1, you need to figure out what you love. This refers to the activities that bring you joy and a sense of purpose, what you love. Okay? You also need to figure out what you're good at. What you're good at. These are your skills and talents and the things that you excel at. What you're good at. Number 3, what the world needs. This involves making a positive impact on others or the world. That's the 3rd part of Ikigai, the Japanese reason for being. the world needs, and of course, because we're here and we're under a capitalism, what you can be paid for. This refers to activities that can provide you with a living. So the four things you need to figure out in order to be happy in your life and to have a reason to wake up in the morning. And I know that life is tough, especially for you adults. Most of my ministry work and mission work is for adults. And some of the people that I work with are having a really, really tough time with life. And so I'm trying to coach them and encourage them to figure out these four areas. Once again, they are what you love, what you are good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. If you can figure out what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for, you're going to be free. You're going to have a reason to wake up in the morning. You will not get out of bed, hit the alarm clock, and go, oy vey, another day. There's so many people. Oy vey, Dr. Flo, another day. Oy vey, another day. You won't feel that way if you know what you love, what you're good at, and we're all good at something. We're all good at something. What the world needs and what you can be paid for. That's your key. It will unlock every door for every human. So those are some creative practices. The journaling and the ikigai, that Japanese concept, are some creative practices that I share with the people that I coach. Last two questions and then we're out of here. How do shared passions strengthen mentor-mentee bonds? How do shared passions strengthen mentor-mentee bonds? Well, the people that are attracted to me and the people that I'm attracted to want to see an elevation of joy and love and hope on the planet. You would not be in the live right now for as long as you are, and you would not be listening back. Thank you to the hundreds of people that listen to our podcast and our offering monthly. Thank you so much for being here and being on the journey with us. You would not be listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts or TikTok or Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or any of these places. You would not be here in the space if you didn't feel that the world needed a higher vibration of love. What shared passions strengthen my mentor and mentee bonds? This idea that life can and will get better. Everybody that I coach, everybody that I work with, they believe that there's a brighter future coming. That in the end, things will get better, and that there will be more people that want to be loving than people who want to be evil. There'll be more people that want to be loving than people who want to have a bad day. There'll be more people building up than tearing down. That is a common shared passion, and the idea that we would be able to share that joy, share that love, and continue to move higher in our vibration, and that creative expression is worth it. Creative expression, freedom is worth it. The people that I work with and the people that are attracted to me have a shared passion for liberation. A shared passion for liberation. We're done being in chains. We're done having people tell us what to do. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner. We're done with the chains of white supremacy, alleged white supremacy. We're done with racism and sexism and emotional violence. We're done with being told that we only needed to be good at one thing. We're done with all of that. Everybody that I work with is into liberation. The moment I started talking about liberation in TikTok, a person left. Imagine that, being on a planet where everybody's in chains, mental, spiritual, physical, And the moment you start talking about your shared passion of liberation, people just leave. You'd be surprised how many people don't want to be free. Oh, in Love and Action Network, our shared passion is liberation and this idea that joy, come on, Tara, joy is the revolution. We're not going to get our liberation or our hope or anything good in our lives unless we embrace liberation and joy as the vehicle. We talk about this all the time, how our values in Love and Action Network are to encourage, equip, and empower people. But the vehicles are songs, smiles, support, and shenanigans. And as long as we've got songs, smiles, support, and shenanigans, we're going to be okay. We're going to rise together. Last question. In what ways does mentorship expand your ability to relate to others? Oh my God. In what ways does mentorship expand your ability to relate to others? Well, everyone has a powerful story. I really believe that. I've not met a single human that did not have a hero's journey, an epic tale, a grand opus. There's not a single human that I talk to, whether it's on a plane or a train or in the car or in our daily live rooms on TikTok and Clubhouse and beyond. There's not a single human that doesn't have a remarkable story. And I listen to those stories and I try to find pieces of myself in every human story. I'll give an example. Today, over on Snapchat, one of our leaders here, Tara, has a toddler. And this toddler's climbing up on things in a very dangerous way. Don't call Child Protective Services on her. She's just letting the toddler explore like a baby panda at the zoo. And so this child is climbing up on anything they can, exploring the world. And I saw that picture today and I said, wow, that's me. I see myself even in a toddler, constantly testing the boundaries of my life, constantly climbing up on things even though it's risky, constantly trying to figure out, can I go to this place? What happens there? Um, is this okay to explore and experience? Uh, am I safe? Can I run here? Can I sit here? Oh man, that's that baby story. And I see myself in that child as well, right? Or you got adults who are running big time businesses, you know? And there are challenges when you decide to strike out and be independent in your life, or when you decide to leave a toxic environment and move into a new, safe, and free environment. We're all doing these things. I used to say that it's like four basic stories in life that we're going through. And when you can see yourself in other people's stories, that you're not better than them and you're not worse than them, you're just in life with them. That allows you to be accepting of everyone. I didn't say accept harm and mistreatment and casual disrespect from people. I said that you're able to hold the stories and the hearts of every human. This is why in Love and Action Network we have a statement: human first. We've been talking about it in Deconstruction Junction. You can come to that podcast taping on Thursday, and there are many episodes in our Substack and on the podcast. I just released one tonight from last week, a bit late, because I'm imperfectly perfect. I am imperfectly perfect, whole and complete, exactly as I am. And for the last month or so of our podcast, I've been talking about the importance of what it means to be human first. Sorry, the Pinot Noir is drying me out. Happy Pinot Noir Day to those who celebrate. But when you recognize yourself in your imperfection, and you see your imperfection as a good thing, because a lot of people see their imperfections as a bad thing. If only I were taller, if only I were cuter, if only I were thinner, if only I were lighter, if only I was, if only I were, if only I were, then the whole world would be mine. We know that's not true because we see so many people who are thin and lighter and richer, and they are miserable, y'all. It's not about changing yourself. It's about loving who you are, soul deep. If you can love yourself soul deep, if you can find yourself to be loved and lovable no matter what and no matter who, you become unfuckwithable. Bars. No crumbs. If you could love yourself without needing to puff yourself up, I'm big and I'm bad. I'm an adult. I'm grown. I'm great. I'm the smartest person in the room. I'm the best looking person in the room. I have the most money. Or, I don't have much, Dr. Flo. You know, everybody else is dressed better than I am. Everybody else said what I was going to say first. Oh my God, there's so many people. I run a listening practice over on Clubhouse, and I listen to a lot of clients every day in my professional work. And a lot of people, especially if we're in a group practice, if I ask a question and go around the room, there are people who say things like, well, Dr. Flo, I was going to say that, but they beat me to it. And, you know, and it always makes me ask, like, well, if you wanted to say it, you could say it too. You could say it in your own way. You could say it in your way. You could draw from your life and your experiences. We didn't go through the same stuff. So even if the message is the same, how did you get the lesson? How did you get the message? How did it come to you? How did it make you feel? What happened when you told your people on your job or in your family the same exact message? Just because Tara is saying joy is the revolution, and I'm saying joy is the revolution, we have distinct reasons why we are saying it. She had a different mother. I would be very lighter if I had Tara's white mama, alleged white mama. Tara would look different and move differently in the world. She had my black mama. It's not good or bad. It's that the message is, the words are the same. Joy is the revolution, but how it comes through us is dependent on our environment, our people, our education, our fears, our joys, our challenges. Like, there's so many things that make us uniquely ourselves, and we're allowed to feel the same ways and say the same things while also putting our special mark on life. And that's how my mentorship expands my ability to relate to other people. I see us as universal and also as uniquely different. And it keeps life interesting for me, and hopefully it will keep life interesting for you. Thank you for watching tonight and holding space for Love Daily, Love in Action Network. We are so grateful to be able to be present in these times on the planet with all of you. It is a gift to be able to gather online and in real life to encourage, equip, and empower people. And if you're out there and you want to learn more about our heart-based and heartful work, you can go to lovedandlovable.bio.link, lovedandlovable.bio.link. lovedandlovable.bio.link and tap into any of our free sliding scale, donation-based, and premium services. We would love to help you grow. On behalf of our production team, Poppy Water 33, Tara Praolo Studio, and myself, Andre in the Flow, we thank you so much for watching today. We'll see you tomorrow. Our podcast and newsletter goes out every day of the week, and we have a room where we gather with our community every day of the week. Why? Because love, baby girl, baby boy, baby human, love does not take a day off. Love doesn't take a day off. Okay? And so we're here as often as we can be. Justice for Charles McNair, freedom to Palestine, freedom to Congo, freedom to Sudan, freedom to any war-torn and oppressed place. We all deserve freedom and liberation. Stay in your power. Stay in your joy. Stay loved and lovable. And we'll see you very soon around our vibrant and fantabulous online and in real life network. Have a great night.